I'm John Collins. I've been a youth worker for about 16 years. I've worked for various organisations, voluntary ones, charities and council and churches. So lots and lots of different areas of expertise and skills. I've also got a family, a 2-year-old son and a wife, and that's me. I found out about Inspire through just having some conversations with people and wanting to get a little bit of careers advice. Having been made redundant, I really wanted to think about what my next career move was going to be, whether to stay in the same career, whether to change, and how I might go about that. So when I started to literally just do a Google search, Inspire was one of the names came up, and when I started chatting to David, that was enough to convince me to come and see him. Well, one of the deciding factors when I spoke to David was actually it turned out that he was also a Christian, and I thought that was one of the things that I thought was going to be one of the most useful things for me, because it meant that he was going to understand my values and he was going to understand my thought process, and actually maybe some of the things that I wanted to talk about each week would include those areas. I think my main concerns about coming to Inspire and to see David was actually what I wanted to come and do was talk about the bits of my life that weren't so good, and also obviously the bits that I was passionate about and enjoying. And sometimes it's a bit scary to come and talk to someone about areas of your life that you feel a bit vulnerable about, maybe a bit painful. And actually, when I got to meet David, I found that wasn't a problem at all. He was really easy to talk to and we got on straight away. When I came to Inspire, what I wanted to get from the meetings with David was a real sense of a plan, of a way forward. I was just being made redundant when I came to see David, and I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to continue in the career I was in or whether I wanted to make a change. And if I was going to make that change, how would my skills and expertise and all the experience I'd built up over the years possibly be useful in other careers, and just how would I go about finding out what careers might suit me and what careers wouldn't. And so what I wanted was a step-by-step plan, which David helped me put together, of how we were going to do that. Coming to see David at Inspire was really, really helpful for me in many ways. He recommended books for me to read. He helped me talk through my hopes and my dreams, and what I'd enjoyed in work, what things I hadn't enjoyed in work, and been able to talk about how I could get a better work-life balance between spending time with my family and my 2-year-old son and my wife, and between working, and just how I could not compromise my career and actually make a step forward in my career, but being able to get about. When I first came to see David, this was the booklet that he gave me. It's a lovely booklet, and here's a few of the things that we looked at. This is a psychometric test which we did together, which really helped me understand myself a bit better and what my skills were, and what actually employers might find out about me when they do these. There was also a summary sheet that he gave me at the back here, which is the career satisfier, which was really useful, which I can then go back to and reference anytime I want. And this folder was just a way of, one, for me to take down all the information that David was giving me week by week, and a way for me just to keep it all stored in a safe place. And actually, even after I finished with David, it enabled me to carry on adding to it and developing my career. David was great. David was easy to talk to. I felt he really listened to what I was saying. He understood what I wanted. We could be open and honest with each other. He had loads of contacts of people that he could suggest for me to talk to if there was a particular career that I wanted to go into. There was loads of ways in which he could help with all the various resources that he has, including the books that he lent me to be able to read, to maybe make me feel more confident about areas that I felt I was not so good at. So for me, it was just a joy coming each week. David was really easy to get along with when I came to see him. We would always spend a bit of time chatting about what had been going on in my life recently, what the changes were, how I was feeling about the discussion we'd had the week before, and the homework he'd given me to follow up on and to think about. And every time I came, it was just inspirational. It helped me think through my next move, the next step to take. And it was all planned out from the start. We'd gone through and worked out how many weeks it was going to take to get through everything we wanted to get through, and that was a real useful tool to have a plan and to be working through it together with someone who you felt was really there to support you. What does the future look like for me? Well, I've decided to take a part-time job in youth work, so I haven't actually changed careers, but I've taken a slight step back in the number of hours that I'm doing, which enables me to get that better work-life balance. That's also going to give me the opportunity to maybe explore some of the other areas of work that David and I talked about me doing, exploring, maybe looking at doing some writing or some resource building, along with doing the job that I'm doing and keeping that work-life balance that I was so desperately looking for, and I'm feeling much happier.